Well, it took a little longer to connect this morning what it normally does, but how are you doing on this Monday? I know for here it's rainy, which we'll take the rain, and really windy. For me starting up this morning, slow going, physically and mentally, just kind of dragging things out this morning. It's been a bit of a trudge. Trying to get through it. I know I'll be working out about an hour or so, and I'll perk me up, but anyways, here's the start of your week. Hope you had yourself a great weekend. My name is David. Talk about for those that are 50 and older, we want to help you to reach your health and wellness goals. We do this by working on your body, mind, and spirit. And this is done even if you've had little to no success before. So we cover the different topics of body, mind, spirit, those different downs and well. So today's topic is handling trials, tribulations, and traumas with balancing the triad. Now, this is something that I didn't quite know at the time. It took me a little while to figure this out. And it's one of those things where you learn, or often we learn, hindsight's 2020. The phrase there is where is looking back as I learned, oh, here's what I did. So with balancing the triad, I started to work with working my body a little bit in junior highs when I could do some weight training. Then I went to high school, started taking it seriously, really in college. And it was after college I got into personal growth, and then slowly into meditation, all that where body, mind, spirit came together. But I didn't quite know it. It took me about 10, 15 years before I actually realized what was going on. And more recently, if you follow along into my story a bit, is when I really found out the benefit of it. But looking back now, I can realize by working on my body, mind, spirit, those baby steps, it's helped me to handle a lot of different things in my life that I see other people not handle quite as well. Now, if I have frustrations with the computer, maybe I can't figure out a password, something not loading. There's been times I would sit there and slam my fist down on this desk and just be pissed off. Inside fuming, sometimes external cuss words would come out. And now, it doesn't bother me anymore. It really doesn't get to me. I just kind of let it kind of roll off my back. It's not that big of a deal. I come across people that they enter passwords, frustrating the password, and they get mad. It's like in my head, I'm going, it's something so insignificant. Why are you getting mad? What's the reason you're getting mad about that? But so working on balancing the triad is what I call baby steps all the time. And the biggest ones I know, and I've talked about this before, is when I found out I had a tumor in my sinus and had to go refer out of it. I basically had to feel how I was supposed to pay for this. Insurance wasn't a bit of an issue. And it triggered me. I had suicidal thoughts. It wasn't the first time, but this is the first time I looked up the techniques I was going to use. But at least for me, I had a little bit of clarity. Knows it wasn't something that's going to happen that week. So graceful for that one there. But yet I continued to work on balancing the triad. I did for me, it was meditations. I would do one when I got up in the morning, do one in the afternoon. I continued to be, if I was on social media, I was continuing to make sure I posted a bunch of quotes, positive information, and reading positive information. So I made sure, trying to make sure it was positive out, positive in, and I still exercise. I still train myself. Train your body, works on your mind as well, and it's also a bit of a stress reducer, burns off the stress chemicals. And I just made sure I stayed consistent with those. And I was still, if I remember right, I was still also going through and trying to do some learning, not about the suicide, but still learning the things I was interested in, about mindset, about energy work, about it. So I've still, in one aspect, it might have been a bit of a distraction, but distraction in a good way. But it allowed me to go through and keep doing those baby steps of balancing the triad, working on the body, working on the mind, working on the spirit. And all those together I was able to formulate, and I was able to handle the situation. Now, from that point, now, again, I look back in my life, and that's how I handled several different ways, even though I wasn't quite aware of it. I handled things pretty well. Like I said, since I've been working on the balancing the triad, again, we'll make sure where we're at. One of the points I had suicide, I can look back from that point of different points in my life, a few years prior to that, and realize I handled the situations fairly well because I was working on balancing the triad, even though I wasn't aware of it at the time. So for that suicide point, a couple months forward, that's when I ended up going through and went in for a simple biopsy for the tumor in my sinus, but woke up in ICU because of complications. When I realized I wasn't in recovery, I'd asked, my parents had got there the next morning, and I asked, where am I at? They go, ICU. And my reaction was, okay. And it's like, okay, there's nothing I can do about it. I had the ability, for lack of a better term, to say it's like, okay, there's no big deal. It's handle it. We're going to be fine. Everything's okay. Tubes stupid now. Definitely wiped out from blood loss. Go back the following week. Cancer diagnosis kind of. It's like, okay, let's go. What's the next step? Go back the following week. It's going to be in an 8-hour surgery. Wake up. It's like, okay, tubes packed in the nose. Can't breathe out this. Not an ideal situation. Not fun. Challenging. Yeah. However, because of all the training I've done beforehand with Balancing the Triad, it made it so much easier. And by looking at that from a broad picture, from my perspective, from my experiences, being able to work on yourself on all three of those levels, your body, your mind, spirit, and they all interweave together, it makes it much easier to handle the trials, the tribulations, the traumas that life handles. Can you handle them all? Not. There might be some times you have to seek professional help. Yes, absolutely. There might be some times where that needs to be done. But Balancing the Triad is a tool that can work for your entire life, including these challenges we face through, from the minor ones all the way up to the ones like I dealt with cancer, death of family members, accidents. I've been able to use those tools to help me handle them a bit more with grace and ease. And it takes some practice. But overall, I can realize the way my life was before I started working these and after. I'll take the after anytime. It has helped me in so many different ways, and some of them I'm probably still not even aware of. It's had such a profound effect on me, not just physically in my body, but mentally as well, and my spirit. I can't imagine not doing this anymore. It's an ever-reaching, ever-going, ever-trying to improve, because I know the full impact it has on my life as a whole. So that's one of the things I always try to go through and share with you is, what have I learned? What can I pass on to you? So therefore, you can have the same benefits on yourself. And all it takes is small baby steps. What can you fit into your life right now? Little baby steps here and there. And that's where I try to encourage you to realize what fits your life, so therefore you can have the same benefits that I've had. So that's why I want to get you there today. To realize there are some things you can do to handle the challenges you face in your life. And for me personally, I found out that working on balancing the triad of your body, mind, spirit is the way to go. In the description, you'll find a link to my Facebook group with some different trainings in there. Got to make sure I got the last several videos. You got these on my YouTube channel, Instagram, Facebook, even on the website. There is the blog where you can read many of these, as if you don't want to watch the videos. But anyways, have yourself a great start to the week. I will catch you on Monday. So take care. No, catch you on Wednesday. So take care and balance into you. Bye-bye.